Hello everyone! Hope you're all okay, staying safe and you're well. So my next special guest is somebody from, as we say in the UK, across the pond. She is an American singer, actress, choreographer. She even has her own clothing range. I couldn't have been any more excited to chat with her. Here is my interview with Briana Cuoco.
When you were younger, what were your inspirations and aspirations? What did you want to be?
Oh my God, my dream as a kid, I really wanted to be Annie on Broadway. That was like my dream. Didn't come true, but I was Annie a few times, just not on Broadway. Oh God, theater. I was all about theater. I loved it. I and my oh gosh, and I was, singing Celine at the top of my lungs in my room. And then later down the line, like Britney, obsessed. But Celine, I really had some serious Celine moments. I was like obsessed, and all my teddy bears, I would like sing to them. And but theater, I mean, I just did so much theater when I was younger, and I loved it so much. That's kind of all I wanted to do. Our parents though, we had to be in a sport as well. We had to be in a sport if we wanted to also do art stuff. And they supported all of it, but they just wanted us in sports. So we played tennis growing up too. So that was a huge thing too. And I think a great balance actually for us. It worked out well.
Yeah, cool. And do you play tennis now, or have you forgotten it?
No, I haven't played for years, but I'm very fitness oriented. Still, that's a huge part of my life. Fitness and like whole wellness and food, and that's a huge part of me. So. I actually, as of a couple days ago, I'm getting physical or personal training certified while we're in quarantine because why not? No, I haven't played tennis in a long time. My dad still does. He would love if I went and played with him, but I haven't played for a while.
So I've taken up yoga.
Yes.
I love it. I've been doing it a year and I love it.
Good for you.
What else? Horseback riding. I love it.
My sister and my brother-in-law's a huge equestrian, and my sister, they're all about horses. They have 1 million horses. It's the best. Love it. Yeah.
I love it. And I did try golf, but it wasn't really me.
No, not for you. Not for you.
No.
Okay.
Not the ball sports. Can't do the ball ones.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, no hand-eye coordination. That's fine. That's fine. We don't need to do that. We don't need to do it.
That is so cute because my mum always goes, babe, you can't be good at everything. And I'm like, I need to find something I can do.
Yeah, something for you and your soul.
Yeah. And I mean, yoga's great because you can do it anywhere, right? That's the good thing.
Yeah. And there's like streaming classes and stuff. There's a studio in New York called Sky Ting that does, they have all of these classes online. They're pretty cool. I am not a huge yoga person, but I do it as part of like my recovery at night, to just kind of like stretch out my body and calm my mind and all that stuff,
Yeah, it's hard when your mind, like, I don't know, but I'm like quite a crazy, I'm planning everything all the time. There's always so much going on.
I can tell.
I'm one of those.
It's a good plot.
So let's talk music. So you've got an amazing voice. Where does your love of singing come from?
Thank you. Gosh, like I said, I my parents put me in singing lessons when I was younger. I would sing around the house, and they realized that I wasn't totally tone deaf and that I enjoyed it. So they put me in singing lessons, and then musical theater happened. And then I don't know, it just always has sort of been in my life. And it's funny, like my parents aren't in the business at all. But they're very musical. There's always music in my house. Growing up, it's important to them, and it always became important to me. And I don't know, it's one of those things. It's like, how do you explain having a passion or a love for something? It just feels like it's something you should be doing, and singing in whatever capacity that means. So yeah, it just feels good. I don't know, and I think for me, it's such a great way to like work through emotions or work through things that, that we all go through, because music, touches your soul in a way that I don't think anything else does.
Yeah, definitely. And do you have like a favorite genre of music, or do you just like a wide variety of stuff?
It sounds so annoying to be like, I just like everything, but I genuinely like, I was just listening to the 1975 new album, and then
I
before
love that.
I'm obsessed with them. I'm obsessed with them.
It.
But then I'll be, listening to Drake, and then I'll be listening to the Beatles. I'm kind of all over the map. And it really is sincere in that I genuinely love it all. Like there really isn't much, except for maybe really, really, really hardcore stuff, even though I do kind of listen to kind of harder stuff but besides that, everything else I'm really just into. If it's good, it's good. I love classical. I love, yeah.
Do you like cheesy stuff, like cheesy pop?
Oh, totally. I love pop in general. Like, give me Ariana. Did you hear the new Gaga and Ariana song today? Girl?
Oh my God.
Like, dance party. I'm just here for it. I'm just like, I love it all. And I think that stuff just makes you feel good. It makes you dance. It gets it's so fun. I'm like obsessed. And Ariana's voice is stupid. Her voice is insane.
It's crazy. It reaches so many heights that you're just like,
yes. Yeah, exactly. She's so great. And Gaga.
And have you had a favorite place that you've ever performed?
Oh, I did a show in Vegas. I think it has more to do that I love the show so much. It was a show, it was Baz Luhrmann's all his best films, so in one. So it was Moulin Rouge and Romeo and Juliet and Great Gatsby kind of all in one. And it was at the Palazzo in Vegas. And I was Satine from Moulin Rouge. And that show in general was just so magical because, his through line is all of everything. He's very, all of his movies are very emotional, very emotionally charged. And everything is the through line of it is like love and loving some others and being loved and all that stuff. So I just remember opening night of that it's just magical. And that theater was really beautiful. I also, when I was dancing a lot, because I was in high school and afterwards I was really focused on dance. I did dance at Radio City, which was really magical too. That was really cool. That was amazing.
Yeah. Oh my God, I bet. And have you had a favorite musical or musical show that you've performed at?
That I perform musical like a musical theater, like a show?
Yeah.
I mean, Baz is pretty much number one for me. I just love that show so much. And I think also it represents because I saw it first in LA. This was before I knew about it. It was a year prior, and I saw it in LA, their incarnation here, and I said, I will be in the show if it's the last thing I do. And a year to the day, I opened up in Vegas. I know, it's insane. And I just I remember that. I'm like, dude, just tell you speak stuff into existence so much, and your mind is so powerful. You got to believe things. Anyway, that, and then also there's a show, there's a place in LA. It's actually really just one of them in LA, really. It's this place called the Rockwell, and I've done a bunch of shows there, and it's still just really close to my heart. It's I've had some of my best memories there, and it's a space that's really safe that you can really try things out, and it's really fun. And I feel I become a better performer when I'm there because there's no fear of someone's going to be upset with you if you mess up or whatever. There's none of that, and you just go for it, and which should be every single show. That's just not really the case. But so I'm saying that space is really special to all of us that work there because it's just so you can just try things. And I really think I become better there. So that's always important to me.
And do you have a dream role or a part that you'd love to play?
I was actually just joking with my manager yesterday because 2 days ago, I took a dance class for the first time in 8 years legitimately, and it was streamed, and it was one of Britney Spears' choreographers, and he taught the original Slave for You choreography, and it was such a blast. Yeah, total blast. And I took it, and I was joking with my manager. I was honestly, when's the next Step Up movie? When can I audition? I think that would be so much fun, you know? That would be such a blast. But I think playing some sort of superhero is the wrong word, but like where it's really physical, where you have to use, like, I think I would do well in that, because I love it and I love doing that stuff and that sort of challenge. I mean, I know Ruby Rose just pulled out of Catwoman, and my sister was like, "Oh my God, you have to go in for this." So that would be amazing too. But I think that isn't going to happen. But regardless, I think other people ask me these things, and I'm so bad at answering this because I just love working in general. It's like I just love working, and I'm so lucky to work that it's like, whatever job you want to get, like, great, let's do it. I'm lucky because it's a really difficult business. That was such a long-winded, terrible answer, but
no, that's okay. No, but it's true, because I think as well, sometimes you can hype up a job or a role in something, and when you don't have any expectation, when somebody just comes to you with something and says, look, there's this, I want you to do this, and you're like, never heard of it, or you weren't expecting it, sometimes they're the best jobs.
Oh yeah. I also do have a dream that Phantom of the Opera will hire somebody that isn't legit and belt everything instead of, I mean, not really belt. Don't belt, you guys. You're going to hurt your voice. But like, it sounds like you're belting, and mix everything. I do have a dream of ever being her, but because I'm not a legit singer at all. But I'm like, would they ever hire somebody that like kind of has like more of a rocks, like pop sound? I would love to do that. That is a dream. A pipe dream, let's be honest, but a dream.
So if Andrew Lloyd Webber is listening,
listen, Andrew, get a girl that can frickin' wail. It would be amazing. Except I don't know if anybody would be as good as Sierra Boggess ever for the rest of time. So.
Oh my God, that woman's voice is insane. Like, genuinely, she could sing the phone book, and you're like, okay.
So special. I have watched the 25th anniversary of Phantom of the Opera. I literally force all my friends to watch it. They'll come over and I'm like, do you want to watch Phantom? They're like, okay. I put it on every time. Her and him, it's so good. I'm obsessed. It was the first musical I ever saw, and it just has it always will have a warm place in my heart. It's incredible. That show is so special. I don't care what anybody says. It's forever going to be my number one. Always. It's so good.
Is it your favorite musical?
It's one of them. I mean, I think as a classic, I think it's my favorite, yeah. Again, Annie will always have a special place in my heart. Sound of Music, special place in my heart. I was Brigitte when I was younger too, which I love.
And is there someone vocally you'd like to collaborate with?
Oh. I mean, I was watching Ben Platt's Netflix special last night. First of all, his vibrato is otherworldly, number one. Number two, I just love his tone. I love his voice. I love, by the way, I have the memory of a fish. So literally, it's really bad. So this is why I'm like, even though this is true, I would love to sing with him, of course. There are other people that I'm like obsessed with, and I can't recall right now because my mind is so bad. But he also sang a Brandi Carlile song, who I'm obsessed with as well. Love Brandi Carlile. Oh, love. Somebody else's voice that I normally like. I like the thought of singing with guys. By the way, having a duet with a girl would be amazing too. But I mean, yeah, like the Christina and Demi song, so good. Obsessed. Like two girls like just wailing there. Oh, it's so fun. It's so good. It's amazing.
It's like a big celebration.
Yeah, exactly. Of like females getting it done and being badasses. That's what we want.
Definitely. And if we talk about acting wise, what kind of parts do you like playing?
I tend to like playing the sort of one that has a little bit of her feet on the ground and is a little sarcastic, but kind of like the voice of reason person. But maybe not that I'm the voice of reason or whatever, but maybe because that's kind of who I am. So it feels, I don't know. I just like to work. I know I'm pretty good at knowing what isn't going to be my role. Like if an audition comes in and I'm like, I'm never going to get this. This isn't for me. Because I think that's also really important too, and it's not about limiting yourself, but it's about being self-aware, and that's me being a smart actor. That's not being that I don't want to try or whatever, but there are some things like, I actually had an audition come in a couple weeks ago, and I told my manager, I'm like, this is going to be such a waste of everybody's time. I'm not going to be the person for this. I know who the person is that they're going to book for this, and that person should do it. I don't want to, go in and not be my best, So yeah, I tend to like that.
Do you have a favorite person that you've played either opposite or been in a cast with? Have you had like a favorite cast or people that you've just loved to work with?
Yeah, I did. A couple years ago, I did the first LA production of American Idiot. That whole cast, like my opposite, his name is Matt Magnuson. He was so great. We played really well together. And also Payson Lewis, who played Christian in Baz with me. We were a really great pair. We did really well together. And he's still a dear friend of mine. And who else? I mean, everyone. I've never really had a problem or like disliked working with anybody. I've always been very lucky. Again, the worst memory of all time. I'm trying to think. I also, and just on the TV side, this is like so silly, but I just did a guest spot on NCIS a while ago. And that cast, I would just like to formally state to everybody, that was the kindest, most welcoming set I have ever been on in my entire life. So that I have really, really fond memories of that. And because I've guested on other shows where that's not necessarily the case. So that was really wonderful. And Mom, same thing. When I did that, they were wonderful and kind. And yeah.
I guess it's difficult, right? Because when you've got a cast of people and you guest in it, it's difficult when you walk in because you're like, these people all know each other, and like, I don't know what you're like, but I always find that really quite daunting. Not scary, daunting. Yeah.
Well, and nerve-wracking, and I definitely get super anxious and nerve-wracking, and I'm somebody that I feel like I can pretty much talk to anybody or whatever, but you want to stay out of the main cast way and just do your job and keep your head down, and sometimes it's a really wonderful experience and sometimes it's not so great, but like that's kind of just part of the job. And it's not, I just think too, like, it's not personal. People have their days and you don't know what they're going through, and I don't need to be people's best friend. I just need to do my job and be kind and be on time and do my job, but it is a good reminder for people that are on shows. Even my sister was saying this, like, my sister is so welcoming and warm and really cognizant of making sure people feel welcome, like guest people. And it can make all the difference in the world. It really can.
I guess the thing is as well, like, everyone, likes to have a good opinion of people. And I think, doesn't matter who you are up the tree or whether you're just, somebody just starting out, it's always really nice to feel grounded and feel, that you are all on the same page, even if not at that point, you might be on different levels, but we all start somewhere, and we all,
Absolutely. And it's like, just be nice to people.
Doesn't cost much, does it?
No, it's so easy. You don't have to be best friends, but just be kind.
Yeah. And you voice Batgirl in the animated series Harley Quinn. How does that differ from being on stage? So you're in a sound booth and stuff. How does that differ for you?
First of all, best job of all time. It's so much fun. And just, well, for one, there's no hair and makeup. You can walk in however you frickin' want. And it's so fast. Normally my sessions to do a whole episode is like 45 minutes or an hour. Like, it's so fast. And you get it done, and it's just, I have enjoyed that so much. And I recorded all those over a year ago, so it's been really fun to actually see it come out. And what an absolute blast. It's just different. I mean, you're also, when you're in the sound booth, you're only thinking about getting it across to the mic, right? So because, and a lot of things, the way you would do it, especially, for animation, would not be how you would do it in real life. Like, it just wouldn't. Everything has to be a little bit more. But even so, I mean, now the animation and stuff, you know, the Family Guys of the world, it's not as it used to be where you have to be extra super, super, super animated, or really, really diction, even though that's important too. But it's just different. It's a whole other thing. It's so much fun though. I can't even describe it.
Yeah. So you've really enjoyed it, and you'd do something like that again?
Yes, I think they're waiting on to see if they get a season 3 pickup. I hope that girl will be back because it's so much fun. It's just such a blast.
And talk about like your clothing and everything, you know, like where does your inspiration and stuff for that come from?
You know, I am really into boys' clothes and making it look sexy for a woman. That's a thing that I love. You know, if I'm dating somebody, I think it's super cute if like I wear his clothes and he wears mine. Like I think that's so cute and fun. And I love clothes. I mean, I started, you know, a clothing line. I love how it makes you feel. I love empowering, especially your mood. Like I'm very like, you know, this is a gigantic guy shirt. I will wear this, and then tomorrow I'll want to wear a skirt and a little tank top and be super girly. And I think it's really empowering and fun to dress for your mood. And like I love makeup, and I love playing with makeup and feeling. I'm all for whatever makes people feel their best. So for me, I think for me, like fitness, eating well, having a cute outfit on, like all these things are only going to help you feel confident. And I'm just all for that. And I think playing with clothes and being creative and making, I have a real is the wrong word. I have a real affinity of making boys' clothes look really cute on girls. I just think that's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're so right. I mean, you know, you've got to make the best of your life for you.
Yeah.
And if that's what makes you feel great, then go for it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm all for it. And sometimes, you know, wearing a boy's shirt is not for you. Great. What do you want? Like wear a dress, wear whatever you want, like whatever makes you feel your best. I'm just all for that. And I think I try to think like, you know, even, and I'm getting a little rambly, forgive me, but just even about like fitness and food, like it's not even about, yes, it's about how you look, but really it's about how you feel. Because I think I feel such a difference if I didn't eat well one day or whatever. It's fine. I'm not going to die. I just, you know that you know how you feel. And I think that's the most important for me personally.
Absolutely. And I ask people like weird random questions now.
Yeah.
So not really to do with like your industry, but so
Okay.
if you had 5 guest spots at a dinner party, who would you invite?
Oh, here's my memory. Okay. Who do I love? I mean, maybe, you know, I'm really obsessed with athletes. I'm like reading Tom Brady's book right now. Maybe Tom Brady. I'm just obsessed with athletes. Michael Jordan. Did you watch the Last Dance documentary?
No. Is it good?
Oh, girl, you got to watch it. Oh my gosh. I'm just obsessed. I'm obsessed with like hard work and like mental toughness and fitness. I just find it so fascinating. And I think it just goes into all aspects of your life. So, okay, let's say Tom Brady. Let's say Michael Jordan. Let's say, it's like I want to say Michael Jackson. I'm going to say him strictly for entertainment purposes. So that's 3. So 4, who else do I love? Oh gosh, Paul McCartney maybe. He would be a good one to pick of a brain. And I know there's so many people that I can't think of. Okay, so that's 4.
You've picked all guys so far.
I know, I just realized that right now. Ew.
But do you know what? This happens every single time. So I ask people this. I've asked 2 other people this, and the one girl, so she's a dancer, and she picked all women, and the one guy is an actor, and he picked all guys.
You know what? Frickin' Beyonce, actually.
Yes.
And that still would have been it if you didn't say that. I can't believe that. Shame on me. It's the only person I thought.
Isn't it weird how like your brain just picks these people?
It is. It's like that is some serious. I don't care for that, Brie. Gosh, I can't believe that.
And would you cook or would you get someone else to cook?
Oh, I would get someone else to cook. 100%.
So you're not a chef.
I'm not a chef. I cook at home a lot, especially right now. But I'm boring. You know, I eat the same like 15 things that I just rotate, and I eat the same thing every day. I'll eat the same thing every day for like a week, and then I'll change it up, and then yeah, I get obsessed. But I'm not a chef. I kind of wish I was better. It's not as fun to cook like these things by yourself. I think it's really fun to do it if you have like a partner or something, but I just like,
Yeah.
you know, but I cook good stuff. I mean, my food's always good. It's just like, I'm certainly not a chef. I would be so stressed out to cook. I would want somebody fabulous to be cooking. I will be pouring the wine. I'll pour the alcohol.
I love it. And what kind of food would you have at your dinner party?
Well, sorry to everybody else, but probably something vegan and gluten-free. That's how I eat.
Why not?
Whole nutritious foods. No, maybe I'll have some meat for them if they want it. I just will not be partaking in that. But maybe, I don't know, maybe like a pasta or something.
I love pasta. We had that today.
We're very Italian, so yes, pasta. Yeah, and some wine. Oh, the chat we'd have.
And what are your pet hates? What are things that just get on your nerves? Either that you do or
Sorry, go ahead.
No, say what were you gonna say?
Did you just say pet hates?
Yeah, I mean,
oh my gosh, that's so cute. In America we say pet peeves.
Okay.
How funny. Yeah, like peeves you. That's really cute. Pet hates. I'm gonna say that from now on. I think I have, what is it called? Misophonia. When you hear people eat, I have a really hard time with that.
Okay. Do you know what really annoys me is when people drink and they do that thing? I could smack you, genuine.
I don't even hear myself eat. Like I don't even want to hear my own stuff. Like it's just gross. I don't hear it. Close your freaking mouth. I also have a bit of a which I think is maybe an issue in me. I have a bit of a problem when people talk about all the things they want to do and never do them. That drives me crazy. Just do it.
Oh,
I wish I had this. I want this. I wish I were like better. I wish I could run. Great, go run. Go try it. You got to start somewhere. I have a really short fuse with that, but I think I need to check that a little bit and be a little better. But I've gotten better, I think. But that stuff is, if I hear the same thing from somebody all the time about things they want to do and never do it, that's a hard one for me.
Yeah, I guess I struggle with that, I guess, because you just kind of think, well, you know, if you really did want to do it, then you do it. So there's obviously something stopping you from doing it. So check out that first. And then,
exactly.
You know, if whatever it is that's stopping you is a big thing that you can't overcome, then maybe you just ditch that idea and focus on something else. And if it's not a big thing, then just do it, move on, and because we're sick of hearing about it.
Yeah, I think a lot of times it's fear, right? Like I think a lot of people are operating from fear. But that's the thing. My favorite saying in the whole world that I try to live by, I'm not perfect at it, but is feel the fear and do it anyway, because everything worth it is scary. Everything's going to make you feel nervous and scared and vulnerable. And the only way to try is to try, you know.
Absolutely. Figure one, my hair. Okay, like a blondie brownie.
It looks very.
A couple of days ago, I've had the same hairdresser for like 25 years.
Yeah.
And she lives like a really long way away from us, and like hours, and obviously we can't do stuff like that. So I said to my mum, who I'm currently with, let's go and get one of those box colors. Again, in 25 years I've never done it. Even when I was at uni, like never did it. I always had my hair done by this woman, and she was a bit like, okay. So yeah, 2 boxes later and we're still a little bit blonde. I don't know if you can see. It's a little bit
kind of cute though. It looks really pretty. I can't believe you did that from a box. I could never do that.
Well, I didn't. My mum did.
Thank God for your mom.
Oh my God. Really... I genuinely couldn't do it. Like I can't, you know, when people like paint their house, it's a no-go.
No.
Somebody's skill has to do that. I can't. No.
Oh. No. That won't be me.
Me neither. Me and DIY aren't friends.
No, same. I'm good there. I think I'd rather just pay somebody to do it.
Absolutely. Somebody who, let's be honest, if I did it first, I'd have to pay for them to do it the second time round. So.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna have to fix it anyway. So why don't I just start there and then we'll be good.
Yeah. We have a saying, cut out the middleman. Here I am. Don't worry about it.
Exactly. I'll get the pro in here and I won't do this. Let's just save the time and energy.
And what are your guilty pleasures? So like films and stuff, or what would you love? If I said to you, you could paint your ideal day, what would it be?
Oh, my guilty pleasure is The Bachelor. The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, please.
We don't have that here.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Oh my God. It is something. It's the only really reality show I watch. Worth it, worth everything. It is some fantastic TV. That's a guilty pleasure. What else is a guilty pleasure? I mean, like, I love ice cream. I don't have it. I have it very infrequently, but that's one. I would really just say The Bachelor. I'm trying to think what other like weird thing, or not weird, but guilty pleasure. I don't really watch any other reality TV. I'm so boring. I don't, yeah, I'm like have no juicy details for you at all. I'm like, I watch The Bachelor. That's it. What else do I love? That's it. That really is it. Everything else I feel like everyone likes ice cream. Who doesn't like ice cream,
Yeah, I like ice cream.
Yeah.
I don't eat it a lot though. Yeah, I don't eat it a lot. I think because it's never hot enough.
Well, yeah, you're freaking freezing all the time. Here it's literally, I think, 85 today. It's very, very, very.
Oh no, I don't know what it is here, but it's definitely nowhere near that.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now. It is. Okay, 75, but still. So it's a gorgeous day out.
Beautiful sunny day.
Yeah.
And what would be your best advice that you would give someone?
Feel the fear and do it anyway.
Love it.
Because that encompasses everything. Just do it. Just no matter what it is. Are you in love with her? Tell her. Do you not want to? Are you scared to apply for that job? Just do it. Like, I don't know. You just don't know what's gonna come, and it's all scary. And like failure is okay.
I think it builds you as a person, doesn't it? It doesn't always feel like it at the time, but you learn from things. And I think I was talking to someone the other day and he was like, the moment you stop learning is the moment you have to question everything, and just make every day count, even if it is just like these days.
Absolutely. And I think sometimes it can be annoying to hear that from somebody because it's like, well, what, like it makes you feel like you're not doing enough or something, or especially in this quarantine, not thinking that you have to change the world when you're in here. That's not what I'm saying. But like, I think for me, and I think when I was younger, this was a detrimental thing. I think I was chasing some sort of idea of perfectionism that does not exist. And that is where things get dicey. But I do think like you always want to have the pursuit of getting better, right? Like even if you think you have something down, no, you can always be better. Always. Doesn't matter how much you frickin' just killed it and whatever you did. And not to say that you shouldn't celebrate yourself and your wins, you should. But I just think a work ethic and always knowing that there's always more to learn and get better at is just where I always want to live no matter what,
Perfect. And what things do you have on your bucket list?
Oh God, going to Europe for a while. I want to go. Like I just want to go live around all the places that all of it. I want to go to the UK. I want to go to Wales. I want to just that's a big one. I would love to do that. My bucket list. I mean, I kind of did. I wanted to live in New York and work in New York, and I was blessed. I was filming a show there, so I was there this was right before quarantine, about 2 months. But I ended up having to come back and forth a lot more than I thought. But I was technically living there, so that did kind of check off a little bit of a box. And we still didn't finish all those episodes, so I'm assuming I don't know when we're going back. But that was one. That's really it. I mean, I do want to get married at some point. But right now it's like really trying to, yeah, that is kind of it. I really want to go travel. I want to go to other places. I feel really lucky that I was been born and raised in LA, but there's other places to explore, you know?
Yeah, other places, other cultures, other types of people.
Yeah, absolutely. And just meeting new people and how they live their life, and it's so fun.
And my last question for you is,
Yes.
what's next for you after lockdown? So once things start getting back to normal, what are you going to be doing?
Well, I don't know. I mean, because, you know, our business and the TV industry and the theater industry, everything's kind of on hold. Like, there's a potential job after this, but I don't know if I've booked it yet, and I also don't know when it's shooting. And then same with Flight Attendant, which is what I was filming in New York previously before quarantine. I don't know when we're going back. It might not even be till next year. I really have no idea. So I don't know. I'm going to be doing exactly what I'm doing right now, which is keeping to a schedule for myself. You know, I also been, and for like the little ones listening, like my favorite acting coach here, Howard Fine, like he's been doing online courses, which I've been taking with him just to continue growing and continue learning. And it's even been courses I've already taken with him, but just to refresh, like that can also feed your soul so much when you can't do what we love to do. Like take a stream dance class, take an acting class, you know, have a private lesson, singing lesson with somebody via Skype. Like there's so many things you can do just to not even feel like, because you have to move mountains during this time, but just to feed your heart and soul of things that we can't do right now, you know? So that's what I'll be doing. I'll just continue all that.
Yeah. Until the light is at the end of the tunnel, we've just got to keep going, haven't you?
Yes, and write in your journal, gratitude journal. That's the best. That's my favorite part of the day. My coffee in the morning, writing in the journal.
Oh my gosh, same.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes.
It is one of my favorite things, and yeah, it just kind of like allows you to check in with yourself and what you've done and achieved. And sometimes like the smallest things, you're like, okay, that doesn't sound like a great big deal, but I'm happy I've done that today.
Yes, absolutely. And like, I know it sounds so cheesy, but it's like being grateful, just picking out things that you're grateful for really sets up your day and your mindset for things that you have instead of things that you feel like you're lacking, you know? And I think that changes a lot of things.
Definitely.
Yeah, girl.
Oh, thank you so much for chatting. I loved it.
You've been so lovely. It was so lovely to meet you. Thank you for having me and asking me to do this.
Okay. Thank you so much for saying yes.
Yes, of course. And good luck on all of this and the rest of quarantine. Stay healthy and happy with your family and all that.
Awesome. And I'll send you the little link when it goes up.
Please, that would be great. That would be great.
Yeah.
Oh, love it. I love it.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, take care.
So, yes, take care of yourself. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Huge thank you to Briana. I had the best time chatting about everything. There was so much to talk to her about. It was amazing. Lots more special guests still to come. Here's a sneaky peek of who's up next. Best wishes to you all. Take care. See you soon. Bye.